The question is no longer whether Britain should be investing in itself. It's why on earth it took this long to start. With the UK economy still limping through the wreckage of over a decade of political incoherence, it is nothing short of stunning that it took mounting pressure from pension funds, the Treasury, and the City of London to get the government to even voluntarily steer national wealth into national projects. The £50 billion Mansion House Compact, a voluntary pact designed to direct pension cash into unlisted UK assets, should have been a cornerstone of our economic strategy years ago, not a political afterthought wrapped in press-friendly packaging. Let's be clear, this isn't just a financial maneuver. It's a desperate attempt to fix an investment deficit that should have been a top priority for every chancellor since the financial crash. The fact that Rachel Reeves is now finalizing an agreement to commit just 10% of pension funds into unlisted assets by 2030, *half* of which will stay in the UK, should be seen not as visionary, but as remedial. This is a basic first step, the economic equivalent of stopping the bleeding before performing surgery. The UK has been stuck in a cycle of economic self-harm for too long. For years, our own institutions have funneled billions into overseas markets while domestic infrastructure crumbles, housing stagnates, and innovation dies on the vine due to lack of funding. It's economic lunacy. Pension funds, backed by millions of British savers, have been complicit in this by prioritizing safer, low-yield global investments while ignoring the long-term, high-potential growth opportunities right here at home. That's not just poor economics, it's a betrayal of national interest. Some industry voices now wring their hands over fiduciary duty. Let's be blunt. Fiduciary duty does not mean blind loyalty to the status quo. It means securing the best possible outcomes for pension members. And if we believe in Britain's capacity to grow, innovate, and compete, then there's no stronger path to long-term value than backing UK infrastructure, startups, and green energy. The idea that fiduciary responsibility and domestic investment are somehow mutually exclusive is a cowardly excuse for inertia. Of course, private markets carry more risk. Of course, transparency is weaker. But those are not arguments against investment. They are arguments for better governance, better regulation, and a proactive state that works with industry, not against it. Reeves and the Treasury have acknowledged this, but words are cheap. If the government wants pension money to flow into national projects, then it must step up and provide investment-grade opportunities. That means clarity. It means standards. It means putting the full weight of the state behind an economic vision that isn't just about damage control, but about genuine national renewal. Yet even as the Treasury finally stirs, we're confronted with the galling reality that the same Chancellor pushing for £50 billion of domestic investment can't bring herself to support her by British campaign. Reeves's refusal to back even symbolic economic patriotism is not just tone-deaf, it's politically spineless. Her remarks about not wanting Britain to become inward-looking are a diplomatic dodge, not a strategy. Nobody is asking for autarky or a trade war. But is it so outrageous to suggest that Britain, in the depths of economic stagnation, should take pride in its own products, businesses, and industries? Reeves's equivocation betrays a deeper problem, a fear among centrist politicians that any show of national confidence might be mistaken for nationalism. But the left's terror of sounding like the right has left us paralyzed, devoid of economic identity. It is entirely possible and absolutely necessary to support domestic industry without retreating from the global stage. Supporting British investment is not a rejection of global trade. It's a declaration that we believe in our own capacity to compete in it. Sir Keir Starmer's support for Reeves's stance only solidifies Labour's chronic aversion to risk. Their refusal to commit to a buy British ethos, whether in words or action, undermines the very premise of the Mansion House Compact. If we're not willing to invest in ourselves and champion our own economy, why should anyone else? There is a window here, a rare political and economic moment, to reverse the hollowing out of the British economy. If managed with ambition, the Mansion House Compact could mark the beginning of a long-overdue rebalancing. But if Labour continues to walk the tightrope of timid centrism, paralysed by the fear of offending someone, somewhere, then this £50 billion will be a footnote, not a turning point. The public is ready for a bold economic vision. What they are not ready for is more of the same cautious political theatre dressed up as reform. Reeves has made her move. Now she needs to prove that she's serious, not just about compacting pension funds into action, but about lighting a fire under a country that has been waiting far too long to believe in itself again.